You hear a lot about, on the other side, Republicans talk about rhinos. Republicans in name only.
Yeah.
I don't hear a lot about DINOs,
Yeah.
but I mean, maybe we should think about DINOs and who we would label as a DINO.
Yeah, so in the Democratic Party and the delegates that are more progressive, we do call people DINOs, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a delegate myself, but I'm friends with many delegates in the party, and we do use that term DINOs. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, what does it mean to be a Democrat anymore? And Kimberly Ellis ran her whole chair campaign on what it means to be a Democrat. And obviously she lost to Eric Bauman. But the message of that campaign is, if we don't have a message to give people, then they're not going to turn to us. I mean, in the last election, love it or hate it, after the primary, we put forward a status quo candidate, and the other side put forward, a populist candidate. And we were in an election cycle, and arguably we still are, that's anti-establishment. So if we only produce an establishment corporate candidate in a race against an establishment corporate candidate on the other side, then we may win that race. But if we put that forward against an anti-establishment candidate, a populist candidate on the Republican side, or even on the conservative, even libertarian, any other party, we're going to lose that battle. And that's very possible here in California. And a lot of people would say, no, it's not. Well, that's exactly what we said for the general election in 2016. It's not possible that Trump could be elected. We're going to make fun of the way he looks. We're going to make fun of what he said. We're going to drag out stuff from his history. None of that worked. And the reason why is because of the status quo candidate attacking the populist candidate. It's never going to work. We saw that in the vote turnout. And we saw that in the Electoral College. It's not going to work that way. And I see people continuously attacking him based on personal levels. I won't retweet or repost anything where it makes fun of his appearance or makes fun of something he said that was wrong, because it's side issues. We need to attack on the issues, because every time he distracts us by saying something stupid or by dressing funny or his hair blowing in the wind, then that distracts us from what they're actually doing, which is repealing stuff like taking away bears' ears or a large section of it, trying to push anti-climate change bills through Congress and getting them through and signed. And now they're attacking us for our pollution controls on vehicles. They want to try to repeal our authority to have higher standards than the rest of the country on our emissions. I don't know about you guys, but when you drive through the South Central Valley, you could cut the air with a knife. It's blue smog all the way through there. And this is not a highly populated area. This is smog from other areas blowing over the hills and getting trapped, in the valley. So this is not, this is a rural area that's affected by smog so greatly because of that. So I mean, we have to look at issues, not party. We need to look at issues and actually deal with what's behind those candidates, who's funding those candidates, and deal with the issues at hand. And that's how we represent the constituents. We don't represent the constituents by saying, I'm a Democrat, I'm going to inwardly win the votes of my own party, and then go out to the ballot and lose because we couldn't do it, because we cheated our way through, or because we took corporate donations, and we're not going to represent the people. Voters aren't stupid. I know some candidates and some parties think the voters are stupid and they can just steer them wherever they want. They're not stupid. They can see right through a corporate candidate. They can see right through that slick attitude, the dismissiveness, like Dianne Feinstein not showing up for a town hall for 25 years until she's running for re-election. She really gets hammered. Then she shows up twice on both occasions saying that the single payer is a government takeover of all medicine, which is opposite of the truth, which I'm sure we'll get into later, but and stuff like that. And then debates. She refuses to debate any of us that are currently running for the Senate race until after the primary. And then she says she'll only do it once. So now she's trying to control the debates. That's not her right to do so. She is a candidate, just like any of the rest of us. She does not have the authority or power to do that or dictate that. But these groups that are holding the debates, if she doesn't show up, they say they're not going to hold the debate. Right. Well, then why have a debate in the first place? Because you're not representing the people. You're representing the wills of one powerful senator that wants to keep her way. She hasn't debated in 25 years. It's way overdue.